and welcome back, my darling diamonds in the rough. I am your favorite talking stone, and today we are back with another set of daily puzzles. Now let's just hop right on into it with Wordle. And as always, we have to use our favorite starting word, jazzy. And look, we got an A. I know I use plant a lot whenever we find an A that's not in the second spot, but it's a good word. Oh, not thanks. I was going to say thank. But maybe, maybe trash. Yeah. Like, oh, I forgot I thought it was trash. It's got TRA. But I was thinking of the Pokemon Trubbish. You know, the soundtrack is from Pokemon Black and White. I've been playing Pokemon Black and White, getting through it, trying to do a Nuzlocke of it. It's fun. Making some progress. I did lose my Trubbish, though, but that was honestly probably a month ago. So I'm just taking it nice and slow. Alright, so Tramp, we already used the P. Trade. Speaking of Pokemon, you can trade them. The Pokemon trade evolutions are a little bit painful because I didn't have friends that played Pokemon as a child, so getting those evolutions upon trades were kind of impossible. But it doesn't matter. Thus, but unfortunately we already used the S and it's not there. Ah, wow. This is stumping me. The THA. That? No, that is TCH, isn't it? It's not CH. THA. Oh, not TH, TRA. I'm sorry. Not trash, not trade. Trams. But unfortunately, we already used the M. Track. Oh, it's just track, like track and field. That's what I suppose, at least. And suppose I am correct. That was fun. I was a bit slobbing and slow, but we got there in the end. And maybe it's just me, but I don't fear the Wordle. I know, again, a few days ago we were battling on the knife's edge, but it doesn't strike fear into my heart. I don't ever feel like I'm gonna lose until I'm actually on that last guess. But, you know, let's just solve it before that last guess. That's the greatest way to dissipate the fear. But something I do fear is the Mini. So let us battle it with our wits. I believe last time we did pretty well. So let's try to keep that mumbo jumbo going. Drops on a putting green, say, putting green, I'm thinking like golf balls, a pin? I'm going to assume it's pin. I don't know if this is right. Oh, nice. What's this city's called? With clay? I forget what it's called. But Accumulatown. Yes, Accumulatown. With the dancing ferret. I love this song. Change that a Spaniard or German might request. I can't think of... Yeah, I'm not sure of Spanish or German words that could provide a change. Beat handedly in slang. Whoop. Crush. It's spelling crush wrong. A low diff. I'm going to assume it's crush. Annoying as a younger sibling. Let's see. Annoying. Annoying is really the main word I'd use for a younger sibling, but childish, I don't know. Blue expanse. C. I think C is referred to as a blue expanse. Pulls a fast one on. No. I was going to say pranks, but it might be that, but it's a bit too loose. Yeah, I don't know. Clear as a blackboard. Erase. E-R-A-S-E. Okay, so it's not crush and it's not pin. That's something I'm decently confident in. So let's say E-R-A-S-E. Okay, let's do that. Pulls a fast one. Well, it's not pranks. Let's see. Well, it might be pranks, but we don't know. Speaker of the line. You know, no other factory in the world mixed chocolate by waterfall. Oh, speaker of the line. This is Wonka. I'm assuming it's Wonka. Unless it's talking about a specific, like, Oompa Loompa that is named. In which case, I don't know. Because I don't really remember Charlie and Chocolate Factory. I don't know if there's differences between the different movies, or the books, or the later movie, Wonka itself. But I'm going to assume it's Wonka, as in Willy Wonka. Paranormal gift, for short. Paranormal gift. I don't know. Like, the most paranormal thing I can think of is, like, ectoplasm. Blue expanse. Sea to shining sea? I highly doubt they put sea twice. But they said blue expanse twice. Ocean, river, lake. No. I don't know. Drops on a putting green. Dew. Morning dew are drops. Okay, I like that. It makes me feel confident about a race in Wonka. Change that a Spaniard or German might request. I don't know. Beat handedly in slang. Something something A&E. I don't know. Annoying as a younger sibling. You know what? I'm going to call in our friend AutoCheck. Oh, it was not C. What? It's not C, but it's a blue expanse. Oh, space, sky. Well, that is a bit. I think I could have gotten that if I realized it was wrong. Change that a Spaniard to German might request. I don't know. Beat handily in slang. Ank. It's not prank. Don't think it's shank. Crank is for cranking 90s in Fortnite. So I don't think it's that either. And let's go annoying as a younger sibling. Ski. Something ski. I don't know. Pulls a fast one on. Droops the wool over the eyes. You got me. You pulled the prank on me. You got me. I don't know. Paranormal gift for short. Paranormal gift. ESP. Like Esper? Oh, it is. Oh, wow. A change that is Spaniard or German request. E something gross. Change that is Spaniard. I don't know. Oh, to spank, to whoop, to beat. Annoying as a younger sibling. Pesky. Oh, pesky indeed. And last one. Pulls a fast one on. And... ooh, this one I'm not sure. Change that to Spaniard or German request, I don't know. And pulls a fast one on. Let me think of the vowels. Like... pulls a fast one. Dapes, Depes, Dopes, Dupes, Dupes. And what was that? For the... oh, Euros! I was thinking change along the lines of... like, actual... evolution of things. Like, or just cause and effect change. Like, maybe you hit your arm hard and it breaks. Not change as in literal change. Oh, that's fun. And, yeah. So, Euros, yeah, that got me. That definitely got me. But, again, I think I'm getting better at the mini, and I like that. I definitely like that. I am relying a bit on AutoCheck, though, which is unfortunate. I did get Sky wrong, but I do think I'm seeing improvements in myself. Right. Next, we have our favorite little game, New York Times Connections. So let's hop on over to it now. Right. Phone, to phone in, or a cell phone. Something that can receive calls, I suppose. Break, maybe, again, to break your arm, is that sort of break? Or break as in a break period to relax in. Football. The sport, the American sport, or the European sport. And speaking, I know some people really have a problem with the fact that Americans call it soccer. But I read the history of that word before, the etymology of it, and it's so puzzling. Like, I don't get it. I'll share it with you. So essentially, obviously, I believe, what was it, the UK, Britain, like, Britain was too, I don't want to say too snobby. They were like, they want to make their own words for their sport, their favorite sport, a good sport, football, a sport. Wow, I'm flubbing every word I'm saying. Football was football, a sport you play with your feet. And then Britain's like, we need slang for it. So they call it association football. For the football you play with feet. But that's not enough slang. We need to be more cool, more hip. And I don't even know what year this is, but where hip is. So it's like, association football, let's cut that down to ASOC. Association, ASOC. And even then, they were like, no, it's not cool enough. Drop the A, add an call it soccer. And, they clapped. Here, I'll clap for them. And there's this absolute perfection. And that's the mistake that's plagued the world for a long time. That being said, I do call it soccer, not football. If you have a problem with that, that's fair. I completely understand. But yeah, football, either the American football with the laces and it's like, is it oblique? It's not a sphere, but it's like oval 3D. I forget what the actual name for that shape is. Egg-shaped, we'll say. It's not even an egg shape, but we'll call it egg-shaped. Legend. Like maybe the legend of a book or a living legend like LeBron James. Saddle. To saddle up in something. Saddle for something you ride on an animal. Or saddle as in made in like... saddle's leather. Football is like pigskin, but it's leather. Keys. You jingle keys. I don't know why my first part is just something that you do with a child. To jingle keys and that's your entertainment. But it is. And keys to unlock something. Or keys of a piano. Bell. All the bells and whistles. Obviously, I'm thinking of like a literal bell, or maybe the bell icon as a notification. Wallet. Either a literal wallet, a metaphorical, not a metaphorical wallet, a digital wallet. Like a wallet you might have some cryptocurrency in, or something. Alternative. Ooh. This could also just mean like an alternative solution. Like instead of butter, you can use like coconut oil or olive oil, or it could be alternative, as in like, what is it? 90s, early 2000s counterculture along the lines of goth and emo. That's fun. Unfortunately, I don't see either of those words here, so I doubt it's that fun little one. But alternative. Nice. King. I'm thinking a crown emoji. I'm thinking actual royalty, or I'm thinking a nickname given to, as I said earlier, LeBron James. Also goes a bit with legend. Legend, king. There are words of affirmation for someone who's good. Wonder. So I'm a basketball fan, and I do apologize if I get on these little rants. But Wonder makes you think of Wonder Boy, Luka Doncic. He hasn't been Wonder Boy since he was in the EuroLeague, which has been like, 7 years now? Which is crazy, because that means I'm old. But yeah, Wonder makes you think of that. Wonder Bread, Wonder Woman. Yeah, there's a lot of wonder than other just nouns you could use. Or you're a wonder, you're a marvel, you're a legend. Or it's a wonder, it's a marvel, it's a legend. Change that goes and ties a bit with alternative. Over here. Change, or as we saw in the mini, what burned me was its actual change, not a metaphor. Well, not a... It's hard to define words without using words. Not an evolution in something's existence, but rather just cash change for purchase. Moccasins are little shoes that are made with leather, so those three kind of put me together. Though moccasins don't necessarily need to be made of leather, but that's the main read I'm getting them. Or shoes, just shoes. Intercom, phone, these are allow you to communicate with speakers. Departure. A departure is, well, like a departure for a flight. You're leaving. And then alarm. An alarm is something that makes noise, sort of like an intercom or phone or like something with a speaker. The speaker causes noise. Bell would be a stretch, but I'm not opposed to trying, but I'm going to hold off for now. And say moccasin, saddle, football, and a wallet, all made of leather. Or, yeah, things traditionally made out of leather. Nice. And now I'll go alarm, bell, phone, and intercom. Oh, these things ring. Intercom rings. Where's intercom? There it is. These things ring. Things there. Man, this is about maybe a third or half of the times, but a third of half the times that we do their daily puzzles, we always miss yellow, the easiest one, and purple, the hardest one. So let's try to get it. Alternative and change seem to be paired, but legend does not compete with that. Could be something different. And even then, I don't think... Okay, let's think of something else. Legend, King, Wonder... Dang, I can't think of it. Wow. Because these three appear to be together. Like a legend, a king, a wonder. But nothing else screams iconic. Maybe alternative. That's really a stretch. And then you'd have to get these four to work together. Change and keys, they jingle. If we're doing ring, they jingle. Departure. Oh, departure and a break sort of go together. Oh, but that's... No, I'm just going to send this. We can probably... Yeah, one away. Of course it's one away. Alternative... Okay. Maybe it's Legend, King, Wonder, and we'll say... Oh man, this is a great song. But Legend, King, Wonder, I think these three are together. And then what else could mean greatness? Keys, departure, break, change. To Wonder, Legend, King. The keys to something? The Wonder, Legend? There we go. Oh wait, what? Singer, songwriter, pianist. Okay. That was not where I was going at all. I was going like, the keys to a problem are the solution. And that sort of means it's important and iconic. Or whatever. Alternative, change, departure, and break. Is that a train schedule? Variation for the norm. I think that's a bit of a stretch for variation of the norm. I'm not too big a fan of it. Departure doesn't... that usually is heavily referred to as like a actual departure, like you're leaving, not a departure from the norm. Huh. Yeah. If I'm being honest, I can't say I'm too big a fan of that. I mean, obviously it was fun and we got it at the end, but just the yellow was not something I'm necessarily keen on. Alright, but as always, we have one more special puzzle. One more little tidbit, obviously inspired by Wordle as a daily puzzle. But today's daily puzzle is Octordle. It's Wordle times 8. We're solving 8 Wordles at once. And we'll do classic. We have 8 guesses for 8 Wordles. And there we go. 8 5-letter words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I think we have to do it. We always start with Jazzy. Okay. One has an A. Then we have a Y at the end of this one. No fuzzy, though. No ZZ. Jazzy, Jazz. Oh! We have 3 Y's at the end. Then we have an A. Oh, we have 4 Y's at the end. So I'm going to probably try to solve the Y ones first. What's the word that trying to end a word is harder than trying to start a word. Dowry? Am I spelling dowry correct? Okay. A and an R in the first one, R in the second one. O is in the second space, R is there. Y is at the end. DWY. What's good? Oh, rowdy. Well, not rowdy. ARYOR. Okay. What's something that we... This might be the one we have the most completion with. And we don't necessarily want to use these letters over and over again because D and W are only for this one, really. For both of them, I should say. And it's probably something along the lines of... I'm sorry, the Pokemon Black music is just so popping. Alright, let's just get some letters in then. Alright. What letters... I'm just going to put in a word that we haven't really used. Do I do ghosts? No. Maybe. Yeah, you know... Yeah, I'll do ghosts. GHOST. Normally, I would do hard mode, but... What am I saying? I think it's important to get letters in. And let's try to get something else. Mini. No. Fluke. And I think here's enough letters to make us let us go. Okay. So what do we have? We have ARTK in the first one. So we might be able to get the first one if we just... The first one might be track. Oh wait, is this old Wordles? Hopefully it's not. Otherwise, we might be at a bit of an advantage. Okay, we got track. Okay, we got 1. Now we just need to solve 8 more. But do we only have 8 guesses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have way more than 8 guesses, it seems like. I was wrong on that, but... Okay, so that's good. Let's try to solve the second one, then. So there's an L, a K, and an R. We got the R. Krill. Oh, we already used the... No, yeah, this could be Krill. It is Krill. Wow. Nice. This one, we have an O, an R, and an E. We can go R, O. Can we go S? No, we cannot go S. Because literally none of these have an S. Which is surprising. Rogue? No, we can't use a U, a G. We can use an E on this, but not a U or a G. Not a rock. Roped? No, we can't use the D either. R-O... So we just need the E and then 2 other letters. And it could be repeats. Like... Rover. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rover. Okay, it's not Rover. But we got over. So now we just need... a letter that we haven't used, essentially. Mover. There we go. And now we have F, T, I, and Y. Fiddy is not a... Yeah. You didn't need to tell me that. Let's see. So, it's F-I... some letter T-Y. Huh. Right? No, FTY. That's silly of me. 50. Okay. We're making progress. DWI and a Y. So it's probably like some letter I. Let's see. And a Y, or maybe DWY? Or maybe it's just WI. Huh. Windy. Yeah, I think it is windy. Okay, that's nice. Okay, and here we have... Okay, we have literally everything but the first letter. We have I-N-E-Y, Iney. 90... No, so it's a letter we haven't used. Piney, Biney. I think it's Piney. There we go. Oh, we only have 2 guesses left. So I actually did this at the perfect time, it looks like. Okay, so we have R, A, and Y. Oh, okay, so maybe we'll focus on this one, on this last one, instead of the second to last one. We'll focus on the actual last one. We have T. It's not an R or an O, but we do have an E, so T-E-N-O-R? Tenor. And unfortunately, that leaves us with nothing for this last one. But for this last one, we know we have an R, we know we have an A, we know we have a Y. We know where the R and the R and the Y is. The A is a mystery, and we might have double letters. For instance, we only have a B left also, so B-R-A... B and Y is really what we have. And Braby is not a word last I checked. I mean, I could type in the Y and see if it actually comes up with something, but I doubt it is. So in which case, what do we do? Because I want to get... we got all our check marks except for 7, and I want to get 7. So, we need to think about this. It could also start with an A. Yeah, I think it does. I think it's just array. There we go! That was clutch. And that was fantastic. On the last guess. We did it. What a thrill. Now, unlike the Wordle, I felt some fear. I was pushed to the edge. We were pushed to the edge. Okay, you probably would have solved it faster than me. But I was pushed to the edge, and you were with me for this ride, so that means you were also pushed to the edge. But through sheer tenacity, skill, and of course luck, we were able to overcome. And isn't that just the greatest? Being able to overcome a challenge in the face of adversity, the adversity being my incompetence, sorry. Don't want to rope you in with my bad guesses. But yeah, this was wonderful. Thank you all for watching. And as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.